Dear students, today I have come up with a new lecture on digital marketing plan. I am Dr. Pankaj Bijalwar and I will be taking this session on digital marketing plan in which we are going to discuss about various channels, uh, integrating those channels, and then we'll talk on what different projects we can work and what are the different strategies we can formulate for going ahead with the digital marketing plan. First, let us understand what is digital marketing plan. A digital marketing plan is a structured roadmap that helps a business to achieve its marketing goals. As we talk about that all the activities we plan in management area, they have some planning which is required. We don't just go abruptly to perform any task. We need to plan in our short term, medium term, and long terms. And similarly, on the function in all the functional areas of management, we need to do planning. So, to extend that plan further to the digital sphere, we will discuss about the digital marketing plan. See, as most of the businesses now are moving on the digital platforms, so it is very important for all those organizations to understand the importance and the relevance and definitely the way out for executing their proper digital marketing plans. And these marketing plans helps to achieve their goals uh, through various channels. As we just plan to go for any journey, it is very important that we have to plan for the journey. It is a very small, even if you're going for a small picnic or any kind of exertion or any family trip, you need to plan it properly. And especially, if you're going in a group of larger number of people, then you need to plan a lot about the entire journey, because if anything done without planning is going to create mess at each point of time, or definitely during somewhere in the journey or in the hotel booking. So you have to understand when you are planning a journey that what is your destination, what will be the best route to go to that destination. You will try to find out that how much cost you are going to incur, and definitely when you just see and you are implementing the plan also, you keep on tracking your progress before implementation or after implementation. Another example I would like to quote is, suppose you want to organize a seminar in which you want to students to deliberate on the digital marketing. For organizing that seminar also, you need a planning way before. You need to identify the venue you are going to do. First of all, you need to understand the date when you are going to do that, then where you are going to do that, who will be the speakers, how those speakers will be coming, how you will approach to those speakers, how you will make the arrangements to bring those speakers to that conference, then what will be the cost of these speakers, travel cost, staying cost, food cost, and then similarly what all arrangements are required. Because if you don't plan these things, it will be impossible for you to execute that workshop or that seminar for yourself. And when you are even planning, you need to progress that what all tasks you have completed, what all activities are planned, what are the, and sometimes you will face some hurdles. So you need to track your progress day by day. So similarly here in digital marketing also, we define the goals, we select the various channels, because we are focusing here on different channels of digital marketing, and we will be emphasizing, and definitely in the later part of this presentation we'll talk about the management and integration of those channels, because these channels are important tool for any digital marketer to find out that how best they can deal, they can promote, or they can have upper edge to their competitors. So here also you will select the channels, different channels would require different kind of budgets. Then after the allocation of the budget, you just at different times you will see that what kind of progress is happening in your activities. A well prepared plan ensures that the marketing efforts are focused, efficient, and result oriented. Your plan will definitely help you to be staying focused on your ultimate goal, what you want to achieve. It will increase the efficiency, and definitely a focused or a rightly prepared marketing plan will always be result oriented. Now, let me start with a simple question that if you have a great product, you identified a great product, but you do not have any strategy to promote it. Suppose you create a very nice herbal tea, or in today's time, we call them as infusions. You have a good team of scientists, you have a good team of food technologists, you have a good team of tea testers who are able to create that tea. But you do not know how to, you don't have any strategy that how you are going to promote it, how your product is going to succeed, because it is not only you who is making that kind of tea or infusion combinations. There are multiple, there are big players, there are small players, there are innovative players, there are international players in the market. So then you need to make a strategy that how you are going to utilize your skills to execute a right strategy to promote your tea. So if you have a product but you do not have any right strategy, then definitely you are not going to succeed. So therefore the answer is no. So today most of the business, they heavily rely on the digital marketing plans. They understand that these plans are able to guide every online activity from social media posts to advertisement and customer engagement. You have to plan in all the areas where you can just see that you create a right media post content, you prepare a right advertisement, and definitely it has to be customer engaging. So we are not going to discuss only the theories. At different levels of this lecture or at different point of time, I am going to tell you some realistic practical digital marketing uh, strategies, and would expect, because in the beginning of at the outset there is my email idea is given in this presentation, and then you can share your digital marketing plan, and then I can analyze and revert you back. So I expect that after understanding or after completion of this lecture, you will be in a position to understand that how you can develop a right digital marketing plan for any of the ventures you are planning in your real life. So, what are the basic components of a right digital marketing plan? Let us understand that the key component of the digital marketing plans are uh, number one is situational analysis. See, in all the businesses, you understand that where is what is the current position of your business, where you are standing at this point of time, what are your uh, strength, weaknesses, what is the environment you are going to see. Any business is not done in isolation. All the businesses exist in the dynamic business environment. You have effect of anything happening around. As in today's scenario, if I talk about the war between Iran and USA in the Middle East, has really affected entire world, especially the Asian countries, especially the countries which are directly linked with US and Iran for the trade. So these things happening at some part of the globe are affecting the entire market. So we just see that a lot of petroleum related products, a lot of polymers, plastic industries, and vis-a-vis, you just see that there are various other industries which are linked with the energy sector are really having a tough time. So it helps you to analyze your situation, because for some businesses it would be very important to develop a turnaround strategy, because day by day they are getting into the grim situation would be really worsening for them. So what they have to do in that case? Either they have to quit the business, or they have to realign the business, or they have to find out some new product line, or they have to shift the complete portfolio of this business. So it is very important that whenever you are thinking about your businesses, whether it is you're trying to start a new business or you are in a current business, you might be having such situations where you have to be continuously, you talk about Ambani's, Adani's, or even small startup companies, all have to face these different situations in the businesses. So you have to react, you have to reciprocate, or sometimes you have to improvise to the situations. So we'll be talking about the situation analysis in detail in the later part of this lecture. Then very important is you have to set your goals. If there is no clarity about the goals, your marketing efforts, your marketing plan and the programs, they all get useless, they all go in vain. So you have to set goals, and then we'll talk in detail how to set the goals, whether the goal should be realistic. Then the third is identifying the target audiences. You must know your customers are, what they need, what they prefer, where they spend. See, for whom you are doing all these exercises are your customers. And if you are not aware about your customers, you are not able to learn, you are not able to understand about their different need, want, and demands, about their preferences, and about various other attributes of your customers, it is again not going to help you in a long run. Then fourth is selecting the digital channels. We have different channels through which we are trying to promote the products. We are trying to reach to the customers, which has to be used in digital marketing. In detail, definitely in the later part of the lecture, we are going to discuss. Sorry. So these channels are like search engine optimization, which is SEO. Then we have social medias, very important tool in today's time when we are targeting the Gen Zs or Gen Alpha. And then the paid advertisements. And the fifth is budget allocation. So most of our lecture will be covered around all these five areas, and then in the end we will going to discuss about the AI, and we'll talk about some various live example, and I'll just throw some assignments to you, and I expect that you will come out with some good responses to those assignments, and it will be able to help you to get the realistic, practical, and pragmatic understanding about the digital marketing plans and digital channels. Now, what is the importance of goal setting and smart goals? See, the smart goals are essentially tools which are used for effective planning, and all the managers and all the business management students, they should be very smart in understanding smart. If you are doing this, this is going to definitely help you and will ease out your work. So what you have to do is you have to be the acronym for SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So you have to be very specific about your. I'll discuss each and every component in detail. So we have to be more customer. We need to be very specific regarding whatever goals we are setting. They have to be quantified. They have to be very clear. Not only because you are making, or as a team you are deciding, because all these goals, they are percolated down the line. So if there are some there is lack of clarity, or they are not very quantified, so definitely it is going to create a chaos or some kind of mess. So they have to be clear, measurable, and should have deadlines. So when you create a marketing plan, you should ensure that goal follows this framework, and it brings the clarity and improves decision making at all the levels. The first one we talked about is specific. So what does we mean by specific? Like, in order for a goal to be effective, it needs to be specific. If you are not specific, here I'll take this example, that we are very specific for growing the numbers of tech firms mobile app by optimizing our app store listing and creating targeted social media campaigns. So here we are very specific about what is we are trying to grow the numbers of users. So what we need to accomplish is important. Who is going to do that task? You have to delegate and assign the responsibility. Then what needs to be taken to achieve it? What efforts are required? What different steps have to be followed to get and reach up to the number of monthly users? Then when you have clarity about all these questions, it helps you to get the heart of what you are aiming. So you have to be specific in terms of writing your goals, means smartly. That is, if you are writing your goals with specificity, you are very able to complete, and you have a ability, then you can complete the task easily. The next point is measurable. Yes, you are specific, you understand that what you have to do, but again, as I have been telling you, that being measurable, that is, you need to quantify your goals. You cannot again be without numbers. You should know that if you want to increase the sales, that you want to increase the sale by 20%, or you want to increase the sales in the terms of revenue, or in terms of the unit sold. So all these things are have to be, like in this example you just see the tech firm mobile app by 1000. So we have a clear quantified number, that monthly use of app by 1000 by optimizing. See, whatever you are doing is there different, but you have increased the number. You are not just only telling that you have to increase the number, because again it is not clear. It seems to be abstract. It seems to be unclear. So in this case, yes, what you have told is that you want to increase the number. You have to be very clear. If you are setting the goals, then you have to tell that okay, we have to reach to 7 districts or 20 cities, or if in terms of that we have to reach to the target of suppose selling 100 units or 200 units. So that is, because that is measurable, that is very measurable. So, and it helps to monitor, to prepare your progress charts, that month by month, quarter on quarter, that what is the progress. If a car manufacturing company sets a target for a year, they have to be measurable. They have to understand, okay, that this is the peak time, this is the season time, this is the lean time. So you accordingly, you for an entire year you make a plan, and in which you fix that this month you have to achieve 30 units, 40 units, 50 units, or in some months probably you will fix the target of selling 500 units. So, but it is measurable. You cannot just tell the performance that it is good or bad. It is not going to work, because good and bad does not have any number and has no measurements. So you have to fix the quantified number. Then we move on to being achievable. Sometimes we just flow with the emotions, and the biggest problem is that we try to keep our goals so high that we just keep them on the pedestals, and we don't just see the real life or practical situations around, and we set very ambitious or unachievable targets, which really sometimes demotivates the entire team. Sometimes it's really break down the morale and collapse the entire system, because the targets have been so unreal, unachievable, that the entire team, because it is not only you who's, if you just fix the target as yourself, so probably it will, if are not achieved, will only demotivate or will have problem with you. But most of the time all the targets are set for the entire team. So in that case you have to make all the targets have to be achievable also, because unless and until these achievable targets are set, they will create a lot of problem. So a company might look for a goal and realize that that their team is heavily workload. Ad campaigns for social media platforms might be biting off more than they can chew. So or company decides to scale back to the social networks. So many a times what you do is you make so much targets that you are going to hit this number of people, you are going to target that this unrealistic target, So, in nutshell, I would like to tell you that all the targets when you set, you have to make them achievable. Increase the monthly use of tech firm by 1000 by optimizing. Again, the example is you just create so many you n numbers of social media platforms you set as a target, but you are not able to plan, manage, because management of social media is also required. If you just see those targets you have made that you are going to do to 50 social media platforms, but end of the day you are not able to, what will happen, you will not be able to focus on not even on a single social media platform. So that is going to create the problem. Then all the targets, if they are relevant, if long term goals are the achievable is okay, then we move on to the next, is relevant. If long term goals are the destination, then the short term goals are the roadmap. You have to reach to the destinations, but you can only reach those destinations if you fulfill your short term goals, because they will, you will find them at different places. So as I told you that all the goals they have to be relevant, and you have to think about that whatever goals you are setting are relevant for your company. You have to understand that whatever relevant targets are there, they have to be set. Uh, Very important, last but not the least, time bound. Whenever you plan, you need to understand that your all the activities are time bound. You don't have luxury in business environment to have unlimited time. All the activities, whether they are related to uh, any related to any business, they are very very time bound. In that case, what you have to do is you have to fix the success, to when you want to measure the success, you need to understand that when this task is going to be over, when you are going to finish the task. So because you don't have unlimited times, you have to just see that this work has to be completed in this quarter. You have to understand that your particular uh, exercise or your particular plan, what is the duration for completion of the task of that particular program. So you fix the date wise, month wise, year wise uh, goals, and you are able to reach to your destination or your activities in those uh, time limits, or we can see the targets you have made of being time bound, because you are not giving a complete freedom in terms of that giving that luxury to everyone that whenever you wish you complete. Because if you do not perform in the time, because in today's time what is happening all around is that you have a lot of competitors and players who are trying to perform activities, and if you do not perform your activity in those stipulated time, you are going to lose, because the competitor will definitely move fast and achieve the goals, and then you will be lagging. Now we will move to the next important aspect when we are setting the goals, or when we are talking about digital marketing plans, which we talked about, is SWOT analysis. See, before making any study, SWOT analysis is a very important tool in all the kind of activities, which can be used for your personal analysis as well as your business analysis. This analysis is required or is helpful when you just see that in the current times what is your situation, or even if you are planning for the future, Then also you can assess what basically SWOT means is the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Generally, what we consider strengths as which are our internal things, right? So, and weaknesses are also something which we try to find out, which we bear or which we are having. Whereas opportunities and threats are available in the external environment. So you have to align your strengths and weaknesses according to the opportunities and the threats available in the market. You, as a business, if you see that your location or your finances or your product innovation, your technology may be your strength. Whereas if you just see that you have a very good technology, in case of most of the startups, we just see that they have a lot of innovative ideas, but they have crunches of finances. They don't have promoters behind, and that's why sometimes what we see that very innovative ideas, very new ideas, they die because of lack of the finances. So you have to assess according to this quadrant. You can just see that you have to assess that how to match up your strengths, how to with the opportunities available in the market. You have to just see what are your weaknesses and which are prone to the threats. So this quadrant helps you to understand that how you can take forward your businesses, or what you just see that this point of time that we need to make realign the new strategies. Now we'll talk in detail about each component. So first of all, we'll talk about strength. As I told you in the earlier slide that we have to analyze that what positives or what internal strength as a company or as an individual we bear. What is the best thing what we are doing? Maybe it is your process which you are applying. Suppose in the case of a product you want to launch on through your uh, social media, you just see that what is the uniqueness of your product. Maybe you are living in the high altitudes of Himalayas, then definitely you must have some products which are very unique and not found in the plain areas or the other areas or the coastal areas. They are just your unique selling propositions. So that is your strength. Maybe the kind of techno- technological ability and the team you are having is not with others. That is your strength. Maybe sometimes various companies they are enjoying the strong brand name, the kind of workforce you are having. Sometimes we just see that some people they are having the ability of having the financial abilities are very strong. So in that case, that is their strength. Suppose location is also an advantage. You may be standing in some, or you might be having location at some great place where a lot of footfall of customer is there, then that becomes your strength. So you have to understand, analyze, scan yourself that what strength I bear. All these skills can be your physical abilities or your financial abilities, your locational abilities, which can help you to excel. The next thing is we'll talk about weaknesses. Weaknesses are also important. See, it is very important to understand about your weaknesses. Sometimes we just because of overconfidence or lack of understanding, we try to minimize our weaknesses, or we never try to realize our weaknesses. Because we don't realize our weaknesses, that's why we are not able to minimize our weaknesses. So first of all, it is very important to rate, to understand, to analyze, to point out your own weaknesses. Because if you are not able to uh, understand your weaknesses, then definitely you are not able to manage your weaknesses. So in that case, you have to just see that how you, where are the areas you have a weakness, where you feel that you need the improvement, or you need you know need to be better. So you should ask yourself what are the areas if you are in the current businesses, you are what are the areas where you are not performing well, you are underperformer. Suppose you are running a 100-meter race, so you have to see that what is your weakness in running 100-meter race, that your start is not good, or in the middle part of the race you are not able to maintain the momentum, or you are not able to finish. So that happens in your real life also. You have to understand that where I am not doing well, then you have to just see that these how your competitors are doing better, or there sometimes there can be the lack of resources, they becomes your weaknesses. Like you are trying to do a digital marketing business, but you do not have that infrastructure in terms of high network speed, so you are not able to. That is what happened in the Indian scenario. We just see that most of the countries which had all these better infrastructures, having these uh, abilities of having high speed internets and the data warehouses, so they were able to develop better internet facilities, and ultimately the better infrastructure, which helped them to take leap and bounds. uh, if you are in a current business, you can just see, suppose you are running a online food business. In that business you can just see that you as a delivery partner, you are not having the right or a good kind of restaurants or food chains listed in you. So definitely when an individual is coming to your online digital platform for finding out good restaurant or food, and he doesn't find the most famous restaurant of the town, so you just see that you are lacking. That is your weakness. So you are not able to gain or make the customers. So your weak, low awareness about your company, poor financial health, lack of funding, the technology you are using is outdated, inefficient operations, high employee turnover, because definitely the people leaving the organizations, you are not able to manage the human resources, then it is very, very tough to run the business. Because if people or the human resource keeps on moving out, then you are not able to create that synergy effect, or you are not able to create that smoothness in your business. You might be having a limited reach to the market, you would have poor customer service, you have employees who are having under skilled, and you are relying too much on few clients. Sometimes it happens that we just focus on few clients, or we just have few products, we are not able to develop various products. Next point is opportunities. So in the environment there are various opportunities which are available, like there are external situations or trend that you could use to advantage. uh, Environment is full of opportunities, but you have to understand and assess that what all opportunities there are available. you know what are the favorable conditions available for you in the market. So you have to ask yourself what market trends can we benefit from. See, as the we have just seen in last 10 years that various companies, they have really taken a huge advantage of the technology. The better technology infrastructure has really helped a lot of businesses to grow. A lot of online platforms, whether they are in the grocery market in India, or food market, or technology market, or the fashion market, apparel market, they have emerged because of they have encashed the opportunity of having better technology. They have able to understand. Similarly, if you just see nowadays, we have artificial intelligence. So how fast you utilize that artificial intelligences in your factory settings, or you use artificial intelligence in your medical sciences, or your hospitals, you use in hospitality, banking. So it is, if understanding the opportunities available, we can just see the technology has really brought changes. Then social and economic reasons are also there. We have just seen that the shift in the social setup of our country. We have seen that the social dynamics have changed. A lot of literacy rate of female have increased. We have just seen the social system in first family sizes have shrunk, the family sizes have reduced. So in those family sizes, the requirement of the family sizes have changed. If we just see the grocery stores like Blinkit and Instamart, they've only developed because people are not able to get the time in the fast busy life, because they are living with, you know uh, in a family setup where they have income, they have double income, but they have no time to spend or to buy the groceries. So people are not very much concerned about the prices, but they are concerned about getting the groceries without taking any time going out buying, selling, buying. We just saw, in the last 5 years, that a lot of concept of food retail chains were there, but most of the people are now shifting to the uh, online platforms, these dark store websites to buy their product. Economically, also, we have seen that there has been important important because there is rise in the income and the salaries of the people, and which has really helped the people not to worry about spending the money. People are spending the money, and that is also trying to, you want to buy a cake, so you do not to go to a confectionery shop now. You are ready to pay 1,000 rupees for a half kg cake through, any famous online cake store. You want to buy the music, no one is going to buy some CD or cassettes. You have the online digital music stores. You just subscribe to that. Entertainment, in televisions you just don't. So people are highly relying on the subscriptions because they have abilities to spend. So that has really given the opportunities for various new industries to come up. So you just see, we have to see that uh, we are able to respond to the new markets or reach to the new customers. Are there new technologies we can adopt, as I told you, because they are really helpful? How do uh, we have to see that how our competitors are also trying to capture these opportunities. So few examples, as I told you, you can enter into new markets, whether it is a domestic or international market. We have just seen that the customer taste demands have changed. New technologies, as a so therefore we just see that all these opportunities are definitely happening in the environment, and it is how smart you there to capture these opportunities. Next is threats. Threats are something which are external in the environment, and they are definitely very very negative if we just see. But these threats, they give us alarm, if we understand and try to realize them, that these are some of the unfavorable market conditions. As in current times, I discussed about the war situations which is happening all around the world. They have created threats for various businesses, various businesses which are dependent on the supplies of the energy, petroleum, petrochemical products, plastic products, or and various supplies which are coming to India. These businesses are really having a turmoil, having a tough time. So we have to see that what kind of challenges there are in the environment, how we can manage them. Because see, you can only manage them if you are able to understand the threats. If you keep your eyes closed, that okay, nothing is happening around, then it will not help you to prepare to those situations. Government keeps on changing certain regulations. We just see that sometimes government becomes strict on allowing the suppose in the we just see entire bullion industry in India, all the goldsmith, all these large retail stores selling gold jewelry in India are in tough time because government has announced, Honorable Prime Minister has announced to minimize the consumption of gold. So entire industry is affected by that. Similarly, government has really increased the duty on the import of gold. That has really created the problem. So government regulation in time to time, related to import export, related to increase in the taxes, related to the restriction of the production, related to the restriction of the movement of the product, related to the restriction on industries, like if we just see, government is very aware about snacking and fast food industries. Government is trying to tighten the industries. That we have seen in cigarette and tobacco industry in India. The government has restricted and tried to reduce the consumption. So these kind of threats are very obvious in any business. You will just see that various businesses, they will always, you can have the challenges of the supply chains, uh, various supply chain. This global supply chain, as is happening right now, is affecting, sometimes the bad relationship between two countries, unhealthy relations between countries can also create threat to various businesses. As we don't have good relations currently with the our neighboring country like Pakistan. We just see that there are restrictions on various industries which were actually flourishing when we had a good relation. Various kind of fruits, which are dry fruits, which are coming from there. That industry has, the prices have increased, created the threat. Any importer who was importing these products from countries like Pakistan really was not able to do that. So you have to understand all the threats. You can have bigger competitor, as we just see that, you know in a small, sometimes very big players come into the industry, which really disrupt the entire industry. And various small players, they really have a tough time, and they sometimes they really surrender, or they have to phase out of the business. Recession like situations, increase in the cost and labor materials. Sometimes even the government regulation related to the labor laws, the stringent labor laws, also affect the industry, because they have to then, disruptive technological changes, cyber security threat, data breaches, digital privacy rules. All these are very dangerous sometimes for the industries, which are really, trying to pump in a lot of money and finances. But end of the day, in such situations, things really get them bad for them. This is, we discussed about the we discussed about strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat, which helps to understand the situation analysis. Now we move to the another analysis, which is very important, which is called as competitor analysis. We just see, in any business, if you are just closing the eye, then you are not able to be successful. You have to continuously monitor about your competitors, what they are doing. So in addition to SWOT analysis, competitor analysis is also very important. You need to study about various websites, the activities happening by your competitors on the social media, advertisement and customer engagement strategies, because all these strategies are very dynamic. An entire digital marketing world is very dynamic, because we just see there is a lot of flow of technology, a lot of flow of, uh, there is a lot of fast movement of technology and development of technology in social media. So you have to just see what different reactions your competitors, responses your competitors are doing. So, and why they are performing well. Suppose you want to launch a premium shirt or a shoe brand. So there are various competitors available for you in that. But what they are doing, you have to identify. You cannot just be very overconfident about your own strategies and just think that, whatever strategies we have made are going to be better and the best. So we have to use tools like SEMrush and Google Analytics, which try to help us in finding out the various understanding of the websites, which gives you business analytical analysis of the competitors, about the various uh, data points, about various numbers of your competitors, about their rankings, about their present status, about the type of customers they are having, about their geographical spread, about their geographical reach, about their penetration. So you can use these tools in digital marketing and they can help you to find out that where at this point of time you are lagging. So we are not telling you to just to copy your competitors. What you have to do is that you are initiating a business, you are initiating an activity. You have to. There is no harm in that, but harm is there in copying to your competitors. Learning from competitors will never harm. It will always help you and help you to create a better strategy. So you need to understand what is the market position of your competitors, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what are their market shares. You have to see about these four uh, important components, because unless and until you don't understand where your competitor lies and why your competitor lies at that position, you cannot able to find out how you can reach to that position or how you can bring down your competitor below from that position. Then what are the strengths your competitor is having? He might be having some peculiar strengths, whether you are able to match them or how you can counter the strengths of your competitor. Weaknesses, where you can hit, because it's very important to identify the weaknesses of your enemy, because they are the soft areas where you can make better efforts and hit to just minimize to just find out the way to enter into the market. So understanding the weaknesses, understanding the strength are both parallelly important. And then what are the market share of the competitors? This again give you the realistic picture, because then you just see that in that total pie of the market, where you can just try to find out or carve a niche for your products in that. So we'll understand about now we'll understand about the digital channels. Now let us understand what are the major digital channels, and then we'll talk about the integration of the channel in the later part of this lecture. So the most important major digital channel is search engine optimization. Here I would like to tell you about what basically is search engine optimization. First of all, let us know what are search engines. See, search engines are those websites or those uh, portals through which say, you must have all heard about Google. So Google is the very popular search engine right now. There are other search engines like Yahoo search, Rediff search, but if you just see, uh, Google is used by most of the people. So what you if you are trying to find out some new information, as you are trying to prepare some lecture on, say, for digital marketing, so what you do is you just try to go and type on the Google. You don't know the website that what the content is available. Suppose you want to understand about the weather conditions of Russia right now, so you won't be knowing any meteorological department site of Russia. What you will do is you just type on the Google search, and that will provide you about the various websites. You want to buy a nice car, so you, and from where you have to buy, where is the which are the companies, probably these are the popular brands. Sometimes you don't know the brands also, and what you do in that case is you just type on the Google and you rely on that, and in that case, it provides you the information. Suppose you don't know about, you want to go and consult a very good eye specialist doctor or a dermatologist, skin doctor. So what do, you don't know the name of the dermatologist, you just simply know that it is the problem of dermatology. What you write on Google is best dermatologist in the town, famous dermatologist in the town, or the top dermatologist in the town in the search engine bar. So This search engine provides you the various options of, suppose, dermatologist or dentist or orthopedic surgeon. These rankings are because of their content or their number of people visiting, the crawling on the website, which is, the site speed, the structured, these are the technical issues which has made that website to go and on the top of on the search, top of any search which is done by anyone. Sometimes these search are also linked to the geographical relation. Suppose you are living in Pune, so if you are searching there, so automatically your search will have those top rankers which are near Pune and Bombay. If you are searching in the northern part of the country, suppose you are searching in Chandigarh, so in Chandigarh, if you search something, so it will be showing you the dentist and dermatologist or eye specialist doctor or a food uh, restaurant on the top which are near to that. But sometimes you just see when you search, there is a sponsored search link. That is called as the inorganic way of getting the place. For search engine optimization, you have two ways of getting the better ranking in the search engine. One is called as the organic method, in which your technical abilities, your on-site content, your SEO abilities, like your keywords, your tags, your photographs, your content, your blogs, which are able to bring the website on the top. But sometimes you have a short-term targets of achieving. Suppose you want to organize athletic meet, in which you want the participation of the people from across India. You're organizing athletic meet. You want the participation from all over the country, and you have just 2 months to organize that. So it is not possible to reach on the top of the search in just 2 months. So at that time, probably you will try to use some inorganic methods, like in those methods which are not happening automatically, but they are happening because you are paying for certain advertisements and you are paying for optimization to the Google for the Google ads, which is bringing, as in the cases of the newspaper, the concept probably has come from there only. Where what happens in a newspaper, you just see that if something which is good has happened, it is it comes upon the importance of the news. But sometimes you just see a full page advertisement on the front of the newspapers. So that is happening because the company has paid for that full page advertisement. Whereas there might be a very important news, it is not able to get the place on the front page. It comes on the sixth page, seventh page, ninth page, but your advertisement, which is paid, comes on the top of the top on the front of the newspaper because you have paid for that. Similarly, it is applied by the Google or the search engines, where a company or a digital marketing company, they, as a plan, they pay to the Google, and the Google what gives them the priority on the top they provide. Though they write that this is sponsored, means it has been paid. It is a clear. There is a disclaimer from them that this is paid. They are not saying that this is happening because similarly as the news which has come on the front page has come because of the importance of that news. So anything which is coming without paying on the top of the rank is because of its importance. So that is happening organically. And where you have paid, you are doing ads, that is bringing your company or your product or your website on the top. It is happening inorganically. So three main areas in which are very important. Number one is technical, as I told you, your site structure, your crawlability, your site speed, your structured data markups, which are able to make you better in the ranking. On-site content, your content is positioned well, it is updated, it is relevant, it is definitely expected, it is that which is expected. So all these are important. Off-page SEOs are important. They may consider like linking through to your pages. Sometimes you have a cross linkages. Uh, so these are some of the ways in which you can go ahead with your digital channel. The next channel we'll talk about is Now we'll talk about the social media marketing channel. This channel is very relevant in today's time, as we just see from kids to old age people, they are having a lot of engagement through all the social media channels. So the focus is on of using this social media channel is making customers engaged, and which helps them to increase the brand awareness. We As we see the major channels such as Instagram and Facebook, they have become very relevant in today's time. So it was supposed few years back that these social media channels are only to develop the connections with people, to interact the far people at the far flung places, or to make a social network. But they have become important tool for businesses because the reach, the presence of the people on these platform is very much, and they are becoming helpful in converting them into sales also. A person scrolling on any Instagram reels suddenly sees an advertisement of a perfume, definitely tries to go and visit on the details of the perfume, and ultimately the kind of pricing, the kind of availability, the kind of relationship of the product with the customer definitely tempts the customer to go and just make the purchase through the social media platforms. So the myth of these platforms of just being of the use of social networking has now been broken. Now people on these platforms are really very engaged, and taking the quick decisions of buying the products there itself. So uh, it is now very important that how do you treat your social media presence. You sometimes get into the organic social media or the paid social media. As far as organic social media is that, if you have large number of social engagement, that is in terms of your followers or the likes on the post and the repost, definitely you are becoming more and more popular. But in terms of generally what we see, that various paid social media advertisements are also run, which are also reaching out according to the product, the geographies, the kind of the customer, the demography, the economic status, and during the during that people, during their social engagements, people just reaching out to these advertisement are ready to buy the products. After that comes the paid advertising. As we see that there is a concept called pay per click. These advertisements are helpful for gaining the immediate response and the exposure to your products. The advertisers or the digital marketers, they plan the advertisements, and they try to find out their target customers, and uh, the ads are run once. And the concept for these ads is that once the ad is clicked, the advertisers have to pay this money to the Google ads, or so it is seen that PPC advertising is often seen as the most important digital marketing tools because it is giving immediate results to the marketers. Now, email marketing, though it seems to be a very conventional strategy, or but it still remains as an important channel of digital marketing, as we have seen that in the initial times of internet and emailing, this was the only tool because there were no other tools such as Facebook, Instagram, etc. Initially, people were just communicating through emails, so this was used as mass mailers were sent to the prospective customer. Company used to identify the target customers, and the mailers regarding the informations such as insurance companies, banks, credit card companies, and various other telephone companies. They are trying to send emails to the prospective customers because the large number of email databases were available, and the email or mass emails were flooded. A lot of softwares are used, and they used to be because generally, if we see most of the people in a entire day, definitely they never miss out their inboxes. They always try to go and just scroll through and just try to find out what emails they are having. In that context, it was seen that these email marketing, which was relevant, though over a period of time we just see the relevance has little bit decreased of email marketing, because other methods have come which are more interactive, more vibrant, more have multimedia things. But still, we just see that email marketing is also treated as one of the tool in the digital marketing channels. Next is content marketing. This content marketing means when companies are trying to see that their uh, campaigns, digital marketing campaigns, which are less promotional, more education, most of the content is important for most of the people. We just see the blog posts, white papers, e-books, and infographics. They do have relevance, and the credibility of these content, if it is good, people rely on them much. People understand if they see that this content is relevant. So through this content also, the kind of content which is designed, which is probably sometimes informative, sometimes full of entertainment, sometimes full of infotainment. These content, high quality content, is still the cornerstone for any website or any blog, which people still rely. And these content creators, they are also changing into influencers, which really influence the sale of, you just see any fairness cream or the sale of any health drink are seen, which are being promoted. So all these content, all these products which have more of scientific knowledge, more of informative knowledge, these content marketing is helpful. Affiliate program is the process in which website promotes their product or services in exchange for a commission. It is becoming a very important tool for engaging the your advocates or your resellers in between the network. A company tries to associate the affiliate, which they try to resell or sell your product, which they try to earn some kind of commissions. And these methods are helpful because in such methods, advertiser only pay to affiliates when there is a sale. So you don't have a direct cost. Any cost you are bearing is because of the sale. So it is a very low risk online marketing channel. Now, what is very very important is integration of the channels. The different channels at their different levels individually probably won't be that effective, but if these channels are integrated, though we can see the real power of digital marketing. If in Solace you are using only a one channel, you won't be that effective. But if you unify all the communication paths, in which you have a combination of website, social media, email, and apps, you will see that your effectiveness increases, because these are the different touch points. And if you're integrating business, enhance customer engagement, improves operational efficiency, and gain holistic customer insight, and you are at most of the time you are engaging the people for a very long duration. So customer must discover, you can take an example that because of your good search engine optimization, a customer may reach to your website. Or other way, if you see, a person finds you on a social media, probably on social media the engagement time or the promotional content is very small. But if you have it attracts the customer, a customer for a detailed information can go to the website. So you can have cross linkages among these channels from one channel to another, because every channel at every point of time the customer orientation is different. But if you keep customer engaged across the channels, your presence, your visibility, your accessibility is there, so it becomes easy to become the customer and so this bundle or this mix, we can call, is has to be utilized. uh, One important thing, when we talk about channels, is that there should be effective budget allocation across digital platforms. Though digital platforms are not that expensive as the conventional media, such as newspapers, televisions, whereas these digital channels have a lot of competitors around. We see that any digital channel is accessible to any new marketer. So the severity of the competition is there. So you need to have a uniqueness, you need to have a advantages of being different, creating differences through the uses of this channel and the content. But in this, you have to just find out the priority of the channels which you are going to use. So you have to allocate your budget as a part of your planning. You have to see, because every business, they have always, big or small, have the constraints of budgets. So in that case, it is very very important to understand that how much you are going to spend on each channel based on its expected effectiveness. So we have to measure uh, at frequent intervals when we are allocating the budgets, that how much money we have spent and what are the outcomes or what are the results. In digital marketing, it is easy because all the tools are online available. You can monitor your expenditure on the promotions or your activities you are doing through digital marketing. So measuring is also very easy. So you can understand that what strategy you are using is actually working on the ground. Just by an example here, I would like to explain you that how a particular allocation of the digital marketing can be done in a particular campaign. As every channel has some strengths and some weaknesses. Some channels probably are very helpful in short terms, while some channels which help you to gain the long term brand equity. So for an example, you can allocate 30% budget to the paid Google Ads for capturing immediate demand and generating fast conversions. If you see that you want to see the result in quick span of time, there you can spend 30% of the money on the paid advertisement. 25% you can have on the social media ads. Yes, they are also becoming effective, but you will allocate 25% on the social media. Then 20% on making the content. You have to write the blogs, you have to create videos, photo shoots, and various other media that support the organic growth, because this content is very very important in getting the optimization of the particular website. Then you can spend 50% budget on a continuous, because on search engine optimization, both on technical and on page optimization, to ensure long term visibility. As its search engine optimization is not a one day task, you have to take it forward. You have to be continuously active and doing your exercise, because your website might lose or become obsolete if other competitors are keeping and updating their website. 10% on the conventional method of email marketing, because it might be a channel which will definitely nurture the leads and will build the customer loyalty. So this is a kind of a mix or a approach. As an example, I have suggested, but depending on the different situations which you are in, these percentages or these allocation may vary according to the business time and the position of the competition where you are in is also very very important in deciding this. And you have to just see that how much you are spending and how much it is giving you the result. It is very very important. So how could be a smart digital budgeting? So track. You have to be smart in digital budgeting also, because if you are not, what you have to do is you have to track the ROI. What is ROI? ROI is return on investment. So the kind of money you are spending, so you have to monitor, you have to track your return investment regularly. You can use platforms like Google Analytics and Meta Ads Manager to measure their performance and make data driven divisions. Then you have to be flexible. See, we cannot be very rigid in terms of our allocations. We have to review in the month, on the monthly basis, on the quarterly basis, to just see and revisit or adjust that the kind of allocation we have done is working. We need to rework on that. We need to readjust. So that is also one of the exercise. Double down on top performers. Sometimes you just see that some of your channels are really super performers, so you need to shift your resources toward those channels which are really bringing results for you. Maybe for some channel, for some marketers, Facebook would be the right and most profitable channel or most result showing channel, whereas for some it might be the conventional website. If you are optimizing your website, you just see that people are more and more people are visiting, and they are trusting the credibility of your product, and from there they are buying. For some maybe Instagram, for some it would be LinkedIn, or any XYZ channel or social media platform can be. But for a marketer it is important to understand that what is working for you, and you should not be rigid in fact, or you should not be hesitant in fact to understand and shift and reallocate your budgets for the top performing channels. Now, sometimes, as we all know, include branding efforts. Sometimes the objective or the purpose of any marketer is to get immediate sales, but all the time this is not required. Is if a company is spending on the branding for creating the long term visibility, for creating a long term trust among the customers, probably all the times all these things are not giving you the result in short term. Suppose there is a brand called Nubero. So Nubero may sometimes hit the customers to gain the immediate sale, but you have to create your brand equity about the quality, about your supply chain, about your uh, prices, about your comfort levels, about your image. So in digital marketing also, uh, it has to be kept in mind that you are also focusing on creating the long term brand equity. Now, what are the factors to consider in your digital marketing budget? Your digital marketing budget has to be related to your goals and objective. You have to keep your goals and objective as the priority, and they should provide the clear direction and ensure your organization marketing effort align with the broader strategy and desired outcome. Budgets are always infinite. You don't have any company have no these they are not having that much of unlimited budgets. They need to allocate their budget toward the best suited method to their goals. In the first few years of any business, a company tries to build the a company called Gymshark. They aim to build the brand awareness, but they didn't have the fund to launch extensive marketing campaigns. To expand its reach and boost sales, the company partnered with fitness influencers to showcase its products and workout videos, product reviews, and lifestyle content. So, if you are having the fund crunches, you are not able to go with full throttle extensive marketing campaigns. You have tools available in digital marketing with help of which you can partner with influencers, which at the very low cost can promote your products in their workouts. They can write the reviews, they can give the reviews, and they can help you to promote your products. So you have to understand that what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are my goals. Accordingly, you can tweak with your the plans or the campaigns you're trying to launch. Uh, you might, if you are a new brand with limited budget, you might want to share free products that will allow influencer to engage with their followers through new and exciting offerings. So these are some of the things or the factors which should be considered in your digital marketing budget. Then there is a marketing matrix. It is crucial for the marketing budget. Measuring success and allocating a budget are two sides of the same coin. To make the wise budget allocations, we must understand which efforts have been successful and which haven't. So the best way to understand the monitoring the profit focus is customer acquisition cost. See that how much money you have spent to acquire customer, how much money you have spent in terms of advertisements or all other channels. So this metric is helpful in assessing your digital marketing strategies effectiveness, because it definitely you have to put a cost in acquiring a customer. As more and more companies shift their marketing budget to digital media, the cost of customer acquisition through digital channels keep increasing. Yes, because now there are more takers, and the probably the availability would be less. So the marketing budgets are increasing. You have to now just see that the reason I told you previously is that these channel, even though they are expensive, but they are very less expensive in comparison to the conventional channel. But since we see that there is a lot of demand of these channels now, so the cost customer acquisition through digital cost of customer acquisition through digital channel is increasing. So sometimes we just see there is a bidding war among the competitors for target keywords or audiences or the spaces or the many a times for the domain names. Then personalization cost. Every company is trying to use the modern expensive tools and technologies for audience targeting. Consumer decision making, ad fatigue necessitating increased content development. You cannot bore the customer with the same repeated kind of content. You have to make the innovative new. So that also requires a lot of uh, efforts and money. So customer acquisition cost is just one piece of the puzzle. A return of investment helps determine your marketing strategy's financial return by providing valuable insight into lead quality and channel effectiveness. Then, as we have always been talking about the audiences or target audiences, because at the core lies your target audiences. So you have to just find out that your target audience, the consumer, is interested in your product or service or not. It is vital to consider when you're creating your budget. While you can try and market a product to everyone, consumers have different needs and preferences. What appeals to one group of consumers may not appeal to another group. So you need to understand that what is your target audience. Target audience is derived out of the large segment of the or large population of the customers. All the customers are not your target customers. You have to identify that what are our customers and for whom I have to plan my digital marketing strategies. They are their audiences. Like for digital marketing strategies, like for a footwear company, Ofus, which has four main audiences. Like they have people who are workout warriors who believe in fitness and they are sport enthusiasts with active lifestyles. They focused on regular exercisers who pursue fitness activities 3 to 5 times a week. Then they find people with active occupations, the professionals who constantly work standing up, such as healthcare workers, teachers. Then we have pain sufferers, the people who are having the problems with the knee, foot, and joints. So, Ofus uses the digital channels and the social media platform to connect with this large audience, and they have identified the target audiences. They are not going beyond these target audiences. They are not targeting to kids. They are not targeting to females. They are not targeting to the old people. They have a clear-cut strategy of focusing on young fitness enthusiasts, which exclude older individuals who experience pain. So this is the importance of target because audiences, because it gives you the ability to be concentrated and focused. Then attribution. The next point which I would like to discuss is the attribution. This is the link between your marketing efforts and the customers you require can guide your budget allocations. Attribution is very important because you need to see that by identifying the channel, campaigns, and actions that drive most value, you can determine customer journey through marketing funnel. So there is a funnel. You can understand that this funnel makes the makes you understand about the total journey of the customer. Like the funnel has three stages. Number one is called awareness, second is consideration, and third is decision. Through awareness, like introducing customers to your brand or product to address a problem they have. So first you try to create awareness, then you try to create the consideration. Like you make your customer aware of brand and make him evaluate the make you as an option when he evaluate you as an alternative. Then finally is decision. Like all the information the customer has gathered during the previous stages, like when the company was trying to create awareness or consideration stages. Ultimately, at end, the decision is taken on the basis of the previous decision to. Now, I would try to make you understand an example of marketing budget. Suppose there is a 120K marketing budget allocation. How do we can allocate the marketing budget in different activities and channels? Like, first of all, you need to be very, very clear about your design and creative, because you cannot be monotonous and regular and copycats. So lot of some like $12,000 can be allocated for the design and creative. Then events and research, you allocate again 12,000 rupees. Then for email and CRM tools, you spend 18,000 rupees. For paid search, you pay 21,000 rupees. For social and influencer ads, you pay 27,000 rupees. For content and SEO, you pay 30,000 rupees. So this is a example of a marketing budget allocation. So this breakdown again can vary according your industry, the objectives what you are trying to target, your growth stage, for balancing your performance, brand building, customer engagement. So this budget allocation helps you to understand, as an example, that how you can allocate the complete amount of money into different activities, and definitely there is always a scope of resetting the budgets. Now, very very important aspect of digital marketing is key performance indicator. So these key performance indicators are like traditional marketers, where you understand that you measure the long term performance of their marketing initiative and compare those to their competitors' effort. So there are some of the most common KPIs that marketers can use to gauge how well they are doing, like click through rate. This KPI is commonly used to measure the effectiveness of online advertising by counting the number of people who have clicked on particular ad as a percentage of all the people who might have seen. So click through is the people clicking on your ad among the people who are seeing your advertisement. So this is very important. Click through rate. Again, I would like to tell you, the people who are just clicking on the advertisement can be analyzed through click through rate, because large number of people probably would be seeing your advertisement, but there are some people who are clicking through your clicking onto the online advertising. The next is customer acquisition cost, which I covered earlier also, but again I would like to emphasize that if you are with an example, let's start with the elephant in the room. How much does it cost to get a customer? If you are spending $500 to bring in someone who only gives you $100 worth of business, something of that is what customer acquisition cost, one of the vital marketing KPIs. So what is how you calculate is, take all your marketing and sale cost over a period and divide them by the number of new customer you have at that time. So this is the total cost you have spent on your marketing and sales for acquiring the customer, divided by the number of customer you have. Suppose you have spent 10,000 rupees on marketing and sales and you got 50 customers. So that is, in 10,000 you got 50 customers, so it is 200 rupees per customer. 100 rupees cost is there for per customer. So total marketing and sales spend divided by number of customers. 100 rupees you spend, number of new customers you got 20, so 5 rupees you spend on every customer. That is your customer acquisition cost. So this is just a number you check once a year. You should keep an eye on it monthly, because sometimes we don't see it. We just keep on spending on the advertisement, but we don't see that how much customers we are acquiring out of that. So you can just see that I've spent this month, I'm spending this much money this month, and this new customers I've added. It will help you to monitor. Then there is customer lifetime value. So customer acquisition tells you the cost to get a customer, but how much they are worth over a time, that is the customer lifetime value. So it's all about looking at the long game. You might gain a customer, but so in a long run you can just see that a customer spends rupees $20 today, but over a period of time he spent $500. So now you can just see that the lifetime value what you have got from the customer is, we can calculate this by the formula of average purchase value into purchase frequency into average customer lifespan value. So this we can explain through example like average purchase value. Suppose first time he purchased for 100 rupees, second time for 400, and third time for 500 rupees. So total customer value is 1000. This is multiplied with the purchase frequency, suppose 3 times, and into average customer lifespan is like 3 years. So you get the customer lifetime value. Next is conversion rate. People visit your website, but are they buying the product? They are signing up, booking demos. So conversion rate is how many people they have visited your website, total visitors, and multiplied by 100. So this will give you the conversion rate. So formula is conversion divided by total visitor into 100. Like suppose there are total visitor to your website are again 500, but only 250 converted. So this is the conversion rate is 200. So you have to just see and you can just see and monitor that the rate of conversion is changing. That is a positive sign. Now next KPI is return on marketing investment, which is also called as ROMI. At same point of time when you are going to ask what was it this worth it, so return on marketing investment gives you the answer. It's about what you go back from your marketing efforts. So what you can do is you can subtract your marketing cost from the revenue generated by your marketing, then divide by cost again. Such as revenue from a campaign, you earned a revenue of 1000 rupees. Total spent on the campaign was 500 rupees. So what you have done is 500 rupees divided by total cost of campaign. So this will give you then you have to just see that your ROMI is positive or negative. So you can also calculate, you can also understand that a positive, if ROMI is positive, you are in the right direction. Now another KPI is lead to customer rate. So generating lead is fun, watching them becomes paying customers even better. So this is one of the marketing KPIs that show how well your sales funnel is actually working. Because if you are drowning in leads but no one is converting, that is a red flag. Just creating lead is not very important. You have to just see that the new customers divided by the number of leads. Suppose you have 200 leads and the new customers are only 20. So what you just see is by this formula you can calculate that you can track by campaign or channel which source are sending the leads that actually buy. Then social media traffic. This tracks how many people interact with the company's social media profile. It includes like follows, viewership, shares, and other measurable actions. Then we have a website traffic, which means this is a metric shows how many people visit a company's website during a given period of time. Among other uses, it can help companies judge how effective their marketing efforts are at driving consumer to their website. Very helpful, very conventional method of just seeing the total traffic. This traffic can be seen on the landing page, on the different product pages. You can deep dive through various analytical tools about the website traffic. You can just analyze the website traffic during the entire day, during the week, during the month, which gives you a better insight about your website and the people or the customer visiting to your website. Next is traffic sources. Where is your traffic coming from? These KPIs are a compass. They tell you which channels are working. Organic search is working, paid ads, social media, referral, email. Why it matters? It matters because it's killing. But 70% of your traffic is from search. You just see that sometimes you think that your social media is working, but what is happening? You want to learn harder into SEO. Then if your website traffic is good, then you need to make it better and you focus more on search engine optimization. So again, tools like HubSpot, Google Analytics, UTM tracking links, they can help you. Now, as there is buzz all around about AI, so we cannot also leave it aside. We have to discuss about artificial intelligence in marketing. Artificial intelligence has become a major tool which uses machine learning, data analysis, and natural languages processing to automate decision, personalize customer journeys, and generate content efficiently. According to McKinsey, 75% of business have adopted AI by 2024, enabling capabilities like predictive analytics, 24 into 7 chatbots, and hyper targeted advertising to increase RO. Artificial intelligence in digital marketing is using the capabilities of the technologies such as data collection, natural language processing, analytics to drive better business insights and automate marketing tasks and decision. The advantages of AI that helps you gain insight into customer behavior by harvesting vast amount of data. The capabilities of AI is that you can understand the large data in Ziffy. So this data can be used to respond and tailor a customer's need depending, because you are able to understand the psychographics, the mind, the behavior, the data in terms of demography, in terms of family size. Everything can be easily read with the help of AI. This provides a great opportunity to be more effective and personalized. AI is helping you to becoming effective. This means customers get relevant content. You are not sending each and every information to all the customers. You are getting very focused. The relevant content can be triggered by actions on site, ad, or branded messages. The McKinsey, the global competitive firm, survey on AI finds that organizations taking steps that drive bottom line impacts, such as redesigning workflows as they use generative AI and put senior leaders in critical roles. They're also working to mitigate any generation AI related risk and hiring new AI related roles while retraining employees to deploy AI. It is artificial intelligence is transforming digital marketing. The tools like ChatGPT, Grow, Google Gemini, they are helpful to create content very fast. HubSpot helps automatic campaigns. Google AI provides insights from data. These tools are making marketing more faster, smarter, and efficient. Now, I would like to talk about some project work and their application. So, to apply your learning, you will all of you have to prepare a digital marketing plan and as a project. You can choose a startup or a local business or a personal brand which will help you to gain practical experience, because what I have covered till now is all about theoretical. I tried to quote certain examples, but what now I expect is that you should try and do some practical experiences. Like one of the very famous I would like to start with is the social media platform of Instagram, which is very very popular among you guys, among the uh, this generation people. So what you can do is create and schedule a post for a niche Instagram account, design visually appealing content, plan posting frequency, and actively engage with the audience through comments and messages. The goal is to track shares, and comment to measure the effectiveness of content and improve audience interaction over time. So some of you can pick this exercise. Just imagine, or you can launch or start any of the product, and you can exercise this. Then some people can work on YouTube video promotions, because YouTube is also one of the very famous tools which is used for advertising as a channel. So you can focus on optimizing YouTube videos to increase visibility and engagement, craft compelling titles, description and tags, implement SEO best practices, and monitor metrics like watch time, audience retention, and subscriber growth. Then again, a very familiar social media to all of you is Facebook. You can design ad creatives for Facebook campaign, running a small budget campaign targeted at a specific audience. So learners will monitor reach. You will monitor the reach, engagement, click through rates, and conversion rates. So this project will teach budget allocations, how you have to allocate your budgets for your social media. Uh, what time you have to do is how every month how much budget you should allocate, audience targeting, which audience you have to target, and iterative optimization based on performance inside. Some of you can also try with LinkedIn. So this is also important tool in today's time. You can create a project for digital marketing, help learners connect with. You can help. It can help you to connect with industry professional or potential leads. You can craft personalized messages, post engaging content, and monitoring response rates to measure engagement and lead generation effectiveness. You can create a personal website, you can set your goals, showcase the portfolio, you can write marketing blogs, create landing pages, you can use WordPress as I have discussed about. You can go to my previous lecture on WordPress. Very easy tool to create any website. You can use Google Analytics, you can use SEO plugins like Rank Math or Yoast. This will help you to create. You can make a technically sound website, and your content writing skills will definitely help you go for a search engine optimization. So you can think of a brand, you can plan of a brand, and then you can create a portfolio, and you can promote this as a you can do this as a project. You can also audit a competitor's website. You can just run the SEMrush, Ahrefs, Google Page Site Insights. So you will understand SEO analysis, social media presence audit, and content recommendations. So in the end, I would like to conclude with a lot of expectations, such as that after this lecture, you people will be very much interested in doing some live projects, because whatever till now we have studied is all theoretical. But I have tried to teach you the theories. But what I expect is all these theoretical concepts will help you when you will doing some practical exercises. So this is more of a practical scale. When you do it, you learn it more. So it's an highly valuable, and it is very you can it's very evident. Whatever you are will be doing as a project will definitely show you the results very soon. So by integrating various channels, setting clear goals, and continuously improving the strategies, businesses can achieve remarkable successes. We have seen, you know, all the better integration and the use of social media has really helped a lot of individuals, companies, brands, products, concepts, technologies to flourish and reach to the new height. So I encourage all of you to apply these concepts in your project and try to explore their field further. So I expect that I will be receiving the mails on my email ID, which you will get at the beginning of the slide. And if you have any doubts, you want any explanation, you want to find that this is going to be really important for you. So you will definitely, I expect you will learn more when you will try to do more of practicals. So once again, I thank you all, and I look forward to your creative marketing plans, and you will be definitely uh, will really come out with some very nice projects. Thank you all.